What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to Let's Play 99 Blind. In the last episode, we trapped Ace, and I'm pretty sure he's about to crack. I'm pretty sure we're about to get an explosion of anger, and things are about to get real intense, real fast. So I hope you guys are ready. I cannot stop playing this game. It's been a long time since I've recorded for such a long period of time. Yes, this is being recorded in advance, just due to the nature of my life at the moment. And apologies if my voice sounds like it starts to get scratchy, but man, can I not just stop playing? Can I not just interrupt this story right now? Sorry that I do that to you guys forcibly by scheduling these and setting up cliffhangers and all that jazz, but whew, I gotta get up early, but I can't. I don't know how well I'd be able to sleep without knowing how the rest of this ending goes. So let's see what happens. If you want to play innocent, that's fine by me. Go ahead, tell me, I don't have the bracelet if that's what you want to do. But if you could take off your coat and hand it to me, I'd really appreciate it. Ooh. Otherwise, we'll have to take it from you by force. Right? 7? Yeah, it'd be my pleasure. Ooh, this means we got everybody else's support where everybody else is on board. 7 cracked his knuckles with a sound like gunfire. Here we go, guys. It's the cracking. Ace roared with laughter. This is how it always starts. They fall into despair. They realize they've been caught, and then they let out maniacal laughter, and then they go on the offensive. He threw his arms wide and his head back and laughed, filling the room with a sound that scarcely belonged there. Then it stopped. His arms came down and his head dropped to look straight ahead at Junpei. He's gonna make a lunge for him. Would you look at that look? Would you look at that face, guys? That is murderous. His face was flat and cold, devoid of any emotion. Well done, Junpei. As you so correctly deduced, I have the number 9 bracelet. I retrieved it while we were searching for the missing hardware for the red. I left the room I was supposed to search and headed to the first-class cabin on B deck. His voice showed no emotion, no sense of remorse or interest. It was almost bored, as though he were reciting an especially dull corporate letter. My purpose was to obtain the number 9 bracelet. 9 is a potent ally in the nonary game. Adding 9 to any set of numbers won't alter the digital root. Don't worry, we got that going early on in this game. Don't worry, you don't need to go through it all for us. As you can see, 9 is a very useful number here. With it, one can go anywhere, with anyone. It is, I suppose you could say, a game changer. So I made for the first-class cabin to obtain it. In mere moments. Was he encountered by Snake or something? No. I successfully acquired the number 9 bracelet. There was also an unexpected bonus. The knife the 9th man had used. I quickly pocketed both of them and left. I made my way back to where I was expected to be. That's when I ran into Snake. Well, this guy X, actually. I spotted him ahead of me.
どうやら大病室の方へと向かっているらしいと気づいた私は、その男の後を追った。
He was heading for the large hospital room and hadn't noticed me.
ニルスの服を着たその男は3の扉の前に佇んでいた。
The man wearing Snake's clothes arrived at door 3. I'm still so curious what the motivation is here. Is Snake actually Zero? Because Snake has to be alive somewhere. I'm pretty sure Snake is the one who kills everyone, right? We saw multiple endings where Ace ends up dying, right?
私は彼の元へ歩み寄り、その
When he
背
stopped,
中に向かって声をかけた。
I walked up behind him and called out,
ニルス。
Snake?
男は振り返った。
He turned around.
ほうけたように開かれた口からはいかなる言葉もこぼれては来なかった。
He said nothing. His mouth simply hung half open. Did Snake quickly figure out that there was someone else going around? Why would this person willingly dress up the same way as Snake? Did Zero rig the game against to trap Ace like this, to frame Ace like this from the very beginning?
意識が朦朧としているらしい。まるで無遊病患者のようだった。
He seemed dazed somehow, almost like a man half asleep. Is he being controlled or something somehow?
何か睡眠薬のようなものでも飲んだのだろうか。
Perhaps he had been drugged? It wasn't important. Did Snake potentially drug someone and then change clothes with them and
こ
everything?
の程度の疑問は浮かんだが、すぐに消えてしまった。
I tend to gloss over little things like
そ
that.
の男のことを完全にニルスだと思い込んでしまっていた私はこう考えた。
I was certain that that man was Snake.
こいつは9年前のノナリーゲームのプレイヤーだ。
I knew Snake had taken part in the Nonary game 9 years ago.
もちろん顔なんて覚えてはいないが、目が見えないという特徴を考えれば、そのことは自明だろう。
Being blind, it made sense that he didn't recognize me immediately upon our first meeting.
だとすると、こいつは私のことを恨んでいるに違いない。
But why then hadn't Snake said anything to me
に
later?
もかかわらず、どうしてこいつは今まで私に何も言ってこなかったのだろう。
Surely he hadn't forgotten what had happened to him in the Nonary game.
接触を試みるような素振りさえ見せていない。
But not once did he attempt to confront me.
目が見えないから私のことに気づいていないのだろう。
Did his lack of sight prevent him from fully recognizing who I
あ
was?
るいはこいつはゼロの仲間か何かで私のことをたばかろうとしているのだろうか。
Or perhaps Snake had conspired with Zero to deceive me?
いずれにせよ私の過去を知っている人間がいるのは脅威だ。
Regardless, he was a threat, and it was better to deal with him sooner rather than later. It's at least comforting to hear that from Ace's perspective, he hadn't, just quickly assumed one particular thing, but realized there were a couple different possibilities, and it was better to not deal with
こい
them.
つが何か仕掛けてくる前に処分しておいた方が無難だろう。
I had to get rid of him before he took action.
私はすぐに行動を開始することにした。
With quick thinking, my plan went into motion immediately.
9番の番号をレッドにかざし、
I held the number 9 bracelet over the red.
続けて自分も認証を済ませてから最後に男の腕を掴んで少々強引にスキャナーパネルへ。
I waved my own bracelet in front of the red, and then grabbed Snake's arm and shoved his hand against the scanner
そし
panel.
て
The door opened.
開け放たれた3の扉の奥へと男を蹴り込んだのだ。
I threw the man through it.
その9秒後、扉は自動的に閉鎖。
9 seconds later, the door shut.
さらに
And that was that.
81秒が経過し、
81 seconds passed. The man inside the door passed away.
その後、私は何食わぬ顔をして担当の個室へと引き返した。
After that, I returned to my post as though nothing had happened.
そして午前1時の時報を耳にして、この大病室に戻ってきたというわけだ。
After conducting my own search, I returned to the large hospital room when the 1 a.m. bell rang. Ace's eyes were cold and his cheeks were hollow and pallid. When he spoke, only his lips and tongue moved. The rest of his face was eerily still. He did a really good job of giving him a creepier face. Junpei glared at Ace. He took a deep breath and thought about the next question he had to ask. He didn't want to. He knew what the answer would be. He just didn't want to hear it. Junpei swallowed, then spoke.
一宮四つ葉を殺したのも
Ace, did you kill Clover?
お前
その通り。
Yes. What? Ace killed Clover too? I mean, we know he has the knife, and there's the knife wound, right? I guess the only thing is, if he went after Snake, he would want to go after Clover, who, upon finding out and potentially figuring things out, would want to take revenge against him as well? I guess that's the motivation I can see.
どうしてなぜ殺した
Why? Why did you kill her?
あいつはニルスの妹だ。
She was Snake's sister.
ニルスから何か聞いてるかもしれない。そう思ったんだよ。
It was possible he had told her something
そ
dangerous.
れに、あのガキは1の扉に入ってしまった。
Additionally, she had gone through door
とい
1.
うことは、もしかしたら、あれと接触してしまったかもしれない。
It seemed likely she might have found it. What was door 1 again?
あれってなんだ
Found what?
あれはあれさ。なんなら、1の扉に入って見てきたらどうかね。
Why don't you go through door 1 yourself? Was it the hatchet? I think it was the hatchet. I'm trying to remember what was behind door 1 again. It's the hatchet, it's not the gun.
おそらく、どこかに隠されているはずだ。
Perhaps it's hidden somewhere. Seven and Lotus interrupted.
俺とヤシロだって1の扉には入ったぜ。
Yeah, but Lotus and I went through door 1 too.
だけど特に怪しいものなんてなかったわ。
We didn't see anything
だ
suspicious.
ろうな。大階段の前で報告を聞いた時からそうだろうと思っていたよ。
Yes, I thought as much after I heard you report of the central
君
stairs.
たちはあれを見つけられなかったんだ。
I doubt the two of you could find it, huh?
だが四つ葉は違うかもしれん。
But perhaps Clover was different.
さっきも言った通り、四つ葉はあれと接触した可能性があった。
Perhaps she had found it.
だから私は死に物狂いで彼女を探したんだ。
I was therefore desperate to find
や
her,
がてたどり着いた場所は一等船室。
and at last I
果
did.
たしてそこに彼女の姿はあった。
In the first class cabin.
私は彼女の元へ近づいていき、穏やかな声色で尋ねた。
I spoke very calmly.
君はあれに会ったのかね。
Did you see it?
あれって何？
See what?
とぼけるんじゃない。船長室で会ったんだろ。
Don't act as if you don't understand. You were in the captain's quarters, weren't you?
さあ、
So that was room 1.
何のこと？
Huh? What are you talking about? I think it's the zero bracelet or the hatchet.
うん、わかった。いいだろ
Very well.
う。ところで四つ葉、こんなところで何をしてる？
By the way, what are you doing here, Clover?
何って別に。
What? Nothing.
靴の先に血がついてるな。つい最近ついたもののように見えるな。
There's blood on your shoes. It looks fresh. Huh? Is it from potentially the captain's quarter? Where else would she get blood? Was she investigating Snake's body?
9番の
Guy X's
男
body?
の死体でも見に行ったのかね。
Did you go take a look at the ninth man's corpse?
なるほど。
I see.
答えないということはどうやら四つ葉。君は気づいてしまったようだね。
Your silence suggests that you noticed. You saw something, didn't you? So he is suspicious of Clover, asks about the ninth bracelet, so that he's able to deduce what she knows. And given that she saw that the ninth bracelet was missing potentially, and that Snake died, and deduced that then such a thing was possible, knew that Ace must have been the one who
あ
killed
の
him.
男のバングルがなくなっていることに。
You saw that his bracelet was gone. No! Clover ran. She made for the exit, but Ace stood in her way.
逃がして！
You aren't going anywhere! He caught her by the collar as she passed and threw her to the floor, hard.
正しくしろ！
You're staying here! No! She leapt back up and darted past him into the hallway. Ace followed at a run.
当て小娘
Don't you run, little girl. He was faster. Dang.
これが四つ葉殺害の経緯だ。
That was how I killed Clover. Now the question is, how did Clover get that piece of paper that had the clue about the safe? The way that Clover was acting, it makes it seem like she had figured a couple things out. She knew to go to the safe with the numbers, I think. Which means she must have had the paper before she was in that room. And obviously, given the story of how Ace killed her, it would make it seem like she didn't quite get it, the piece of paper that is, while she was in the room. So how did she get that piece of paper? Did she investigate Snake's clothes, for example? Did the real Snake actually visit her and give her that piece of paper? Is that piece of paper the it that they're referring to in room 1? They still haven't directly referred to that. I think that's what they're referring to based on Ace's follow-up question of asking, why are you here specifically in this room, right? It's because he must have found, or she must have found that. But that would mean that Ace would have seen it earlier. Why would Ace know what's in room 1 before all of them, right? All that I can think of is he set it up. And that would mean that he would be Zero. But, oof, man, that's... Well, we'll see. His face hadn't changed. If he felt guilt or remorse or anything one might feel after taking the life of another human being, it didn't show. Typical Big Pharma. You baka. Seven's whole body trembled with rage and his voice rumbled with hate. Santa's eyes were bloodthirsty and Lotus and June's faces were distorted by anger and hatred. Ace looked at them and smiled. It was a cold, cruel thing with no humor in it. Be careful, he's probably still got a knife. He shook his head and sighed.
とにかく私の負けだ。乾杯だよ。
I admit it, I've lost. I have lost completely and utterly.
だが淳平君、勘違いしないでくれたまえ。私は君に負けたわけではないぞ。
But don't misunderstand, Junpei. I didn't lose to you.
私が敗北を喫した相手とはゼロだ。
I lost to Zero,
私はゼロに負けたのだ。
not you.
今思えば、どうしてこんなわかりやすい罠にはまってしまったのかと。
I'm rather disgusted with myself for falling into such a simple trap. I think what he means is by the note, specifically at the beginning.
自分でも呆れるほどだよ。
I looked the
そ
fool.
う。これは罠だったんだ。
And it was a trap, make no mistake.
私はまんまとゼロの術中にはまり、見事に踊らされてしまったんだ。
I was trapped and manipulated by Zero.
シャワー室で殺された男。エースオとやらが何者なのかはわからない。
The man I killed in the shower room. If he wasn't Snake, then I have no idea who he
だ
was.
が、とにかくあの男にはニルスの服が着せられていた。
But he was wearing Snake's clothes, and that was no coincidence. Yeah, this is more so what I want to figure out, right? So why was somebody else wearing Snake's clothes? Why does it seem like there was a trap set up against Ace, right? We now know that Ace was, not just a part of the company that was responsible for the original Nonary game, but instead actually was one of the people that directly set it up. So was this entire Nonary game, though? Was the entire Nonary game set up to get revenge against specifically Ace? I feel like that's such a narrow purpose that involves way more people than necessary. So I feel like there's got to be a better explanation.
さらに抵抗を封じるためか、睡眠薬らしきものまで投与されていて。
He had also been injected with something that reduced his cognition and prevented him from identifying himself or resisting.
おまけにレッドには、抜き取られたはずの基板が突き刺さっていた。
And we can't forget the components that were removed from the red before we arrived.
どう考えても、ゼロが全てを仕組んだとしか思えない。
I have no doubt that Zero planned all of this. Obviously, this is meaning that Ace isn't actually Zero, as I had, speculated a few moments ago. But as a sort of explanation as to why he might know what's behind the number 1 door earlier on. So I think the idea is maybe Snake is Zero? Is that maybe what they're going for here?
私にあの男を殺させるよう、ゼロがお膳立てを整えたんだ。
Zero made sure I would kill that man.
つまり、ゼロには全てお見通しだったというわけさ。
It follows, of course, that Zero knew everything I would do. The question, though, is how is this the revenge, right? If Zero wants to get revenge, if this is a trap for Ace, why is forcing Ace to kill this person the revenge that Zero wants to get, right? That's more so what I'm curious. All I can think of is maybe that person was Ace's son or something like that?
私がいずれ9番のバングルを回収するであろうことも、
That I would try to take the number 9 bracelet.
ニールスに対して殺意を抱くであろうことも、
That I would
全
try
部
to
な
kill Snake. Everything. Suddenly, Junpei remembered the paper he'd found in the safe. He remembered the last words Zero had written on it. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. Zero. Interesting. So I'm trying to figure this last paragraph here, right? I must punish them. The series of facts, right, is given to Ace. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. It's kind of like a declaration of war from Zero on Ace in particular. And he remembered other words he'd heard from Clover.
多分ゼロはこの中にいると思う。
I think Zero is one of us. One by one, Junpei looked at the 5 people standing in front of him. Ace, Santa, June, Seven, Lotus. Zero is one of us.
待て、
No, wait.
もう一人。
There's one more person. Yup.
ニールス。シャワー室で爆死したのは彼ではなかった。
Snake. The man who died in the shower room isn't
つ
Snake.
まりニールスはまだ生きている可能性が高いってことだ。
That means he's almost certainly still alive. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's Snake.
なら、ニールスがゼロだということだって。
Maybe Snake is
十
Zero.
分考えられる。
Part of what's curious though, what really kind of baffles me is that there are other endings where everyone seemingly dies except for Snake. And I don't know what Snake's motivation would be to kill everyone, right? Why are all of these people being subject to the Nonra game, not just
も
Ace?
しかしたらニールスは自分が死んだかのように見せかけるために。
Maybe he made Guy X wear his clothes, so we'd all think he was dead.
ニールスは今
Where's Snake
こ
now?
の動画で俺たちの様子を伺い。
What if he's off somewhere?
かもしれない。
Laughing at us. From inside a coffin, maybe.
耳での重さ。
If he is Zero, he must have been lying to us about everything else.
あるいは
Is he watching us? It's very possible.
さてと、これで私の告白は終わりだ。そろそろ移動しないかね。
Yeah, I was gonna say, so now what, right? What do you guys do from here? Well, I believe I finished with my confession. Why don't we get moving? He sounded as if he just finished doing nothing more exciting than describing the weather. For Santa, it was the last straw.
何を寝ぼけたこと言ってんだ。
What the heck is
て
this?
めえなんざ置き去りにしていくに決まってんだろうが。
You aren't going anywhere. We're gonna leave you here to rot.
なぜ私が四つ葉を殺したからか
Why? Because I killed Clover? That's
あんなク
ridiculous.
ソガキ一匹殺したぐらいで何をそうムキになる必要がある
Why are you so upset that I killed her?
ただの他人じゃない
Didn't
か
call her the nicest thing.
ほ
But
んの数時間前に会ったばかりのそうだろ
she was nothing to you. A stranger you only met a few hours ago. Am I wrong?
この野郎
You baka! Seven roared and lifted a fist that would likely have shattered Ace's jaw. But someone else was faster. Leave it to Lotus. Get that slap in. It was Lotus. She stepped toward Ace, raised a fist of her own. And kaboom! drove it straight into his
い
nose,
きなりグーとは。はあ、いい度胸してるな。
blindsiding me with a punch, huh? You've got some fire, don't
だ
you?
が嫌いじゃないぜ、お前みたいな気の強い女は。
I confess, I rather like a tough woman. He sniffed and wiped a small trickle of blood from his nose with a raised
だ
eyebrow.
ったらもう一発お見舞いしてあげましょうか。
Well, maybe you'd like another one
い
then?
や、その前に、
Ah, before that.
もしかしたら私の方からも一発ぶち込ませてもら
Whoa,
うこと
let me
に
give you one of
な
my
るか
own.
もしれ
Yo,
ん
better bob and weave. Huh? Lotus scarcely had time to blink. Out comes the knife. Ace snaked his arms around her and pulled Lotus's back up against him. And out comes the knife. In the same motion, he reached into his coat pocket. What? He's got the gun? Oh man, it's from that room that we passed and we decided to leave it there. Ace even supported the idea. Oh man. Come on. Same situation again. Whoever ends up with a gun ends up going crazy. It was a gun. The revolver. Almost lazily, he tilted it to point at Lotus's head.
いいか指先一つでも動かしてみろ。私は迷わず引き金を引く。
If any of you so much as blink, I won't hesitate to pull this trigger.
もうすでに二人も、いや、三人も殺してるんだ。ためらうことなど何もない。
I've already killed 2. No, 3 people. Don't think I'm not ready to make it 4. 3. Clover. He killed Clover. He killed Guy X. And who else?
3人ってどういうことですか？
3 people? What do you mean?
いいだろう。この際だから教えてやろう。
Oh god. Very well. Let me take this opportunity to illuminate you.
実は9番の男を殺したのも私なんだよ。
The person who killed the 9th man was me. How'd that happen?
正確に言うと、爆死するように仕向けただけだな。
Although I suppose, to be more accurate, I encouraged him to get himself killed. Did he, like, pretend to be Zero or something?
最初に大階段の付近を探索していた時、あの男はこっそりと私のそばに近づいてきて、自らの名前を名乗ったんだ。
While we were examining the main staircase, he came to me and told me his name.
その名前には聞き覚えがあった。
I recognized it at
私は
once.
このことに気づいた私は、奴の耳元に向かってこう囁いた。
So I gave him a little push. Just a little white lie.
どうやらデッドの設定が変えられているらしい。
It seems the setting for the dead were
一
altered.
人で認証を行っても、バングルの起爆タイマーは停止できるようだ。
Now, it only requires a single person to deactivate the detonator in the bracelet. Interesting, the way he says this, it makes it sound like the 9th man was indeed someone who would have been involved in the previous game. What's interesting is it makes it sound like all 4 of the CEOs or the people from Cradle Pharmaceutical are in the game. If this person turns out to be one of those people, I would not be surprised then if, like, I don't know, Junpei or June were somehow related to them as well.
後で落ち合おう。お前は先に5の扉の向こうを調べておいてくれ。
Investigate what's beyond door 5. We'll meet again
と
later.
ね。
And
そして、
with that,
それじゃあ皆さんお達者で
okay, have a good one, guys.
僕は一足お先に失礼させてもらうことにするよ
I'm going off ahead now. Well then. And yeah, it would make sense that Ace would have these ideas from the very beginning because he's already experienced a Nonary game. Or at least observed one. Crap, why is it stopping? Darn it. Hey, you lied. Open the door, please, I'm begging you. Please, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Yikes. Now you feel so much worse for him. Oh my god, there's no time left. Listen, I was lied to. He lied to me. He put me in here. It was him. He killed me. It was him. We always assume, of course, it was Zero to make an example out of him or something like that. But nope, it was Ace. What was his name?
あの男を始末した理由は4つある。
I had 4 reasons for killing him. 1.
まず、 このノナリーゲームにおいて Q がオールマイティな存在になることはさっきも言った通りだ。
As I said before, in the Nonary game, the number 9 bracelet is of utmost importance.
そんな都合のいい存在を生かしておいてはいずれ脅威にもなりかねない。
If I had allowed him to keep such a useful tool, he, or it, would have become a threat to me.
そこで私は奴を序盤の段階で排除しておくことにしたのだ。
As such, I decided that he should be eliminated early on.
そ
2.
して同じくさっきも言った通り、
I wanted
私
the
は
number
9番
9.
のバングルを
bracelet.
それが手に入ればこのゲームを有利に展開することができるからだ。
If I could manage to obtain it, I would be able to manipulate the game as I saw fit.
そのためには奴に死んでもらわなければならなかった。
I would be unable to acquire the bracelet unless its owner was
こ
dead.
れが2つ目の理由になる。
That's the second reason.
さ
3.
らに番号云々を抜きにしても私にとってあの男の存在は邪魔者以外の何者でもなかった。
Even setting aside his number, he would have been nothing but trouble for me. I'd imagine they knew each other as like CEOs or high members of Cradle Pharmaceutical.
あの男は私の過去を9年前の出来事を知っているからだ。
He was aware of my past. He knew what happened here 9 years
その
ago.
ことを他の者たちに告げられる前に早めに始末しておく必要があった。
It was important that I eliminate him before he was able to disseminate this information. 4.
最後の動機はテストのためだ。
Lastly, I wish to conduct a simple
こ
test.
のノナリーゲームが本気なのか単なる悪ふざけなのか。
A test to see if this Nonary game was serious or a poor attempt at a joke.
私はそれを確かめたいと思った。
I needed to be quite sure.
そこで奴がルール違反を犯すように仕向けその結果を見ることにしたのだ。
As such, I encouraged him to act against the rules so that I might observe the outcome. Junpei glared at him.
3番目の動機だけ
I don't get your third motive.
一体9年前に何があったって言うんだ。
What the heck happened 9 years
だ
ago?
から言っただろう。ノナリーゲームが行われたんだよ。
Didn't I say the Nonary game was played?
私が企画して行わせたんだ。
I planned it out and I conducted its execution.
なぜ？目的は何だ？
Why? What on earth was it supposed to do?
さあな、そこまで教えてやる義務はない。
I don't really think I have any obligation to tell you that. Ace smirked. He was trying to provoke them, and it was working. Although Ace had paid very little attention to Lotus after catching her, the gun had never wavered from her temple. She looked quite pale, and when she spoke, her voice shook.
ねえ、何なのよ、この銃は。
Hey, what's with this gun?
一体いつの間にこんなものを。
Where did he get this?
サンタ教えてやってくれ。
Why don't you tell her, Santa? Santa ground his teeth and glared at Ace.
6の扉の先、あの貨物室の棺の中にあった銃だな。
On the other side of door 6, we found the gun in the coffin in the cargo room, right?
俺たちが目を離してる隙にこっそりと抜き取ったんだろう。
The baka must have grabbed it when we weren't looking.
その通り、うかつだったな。
Indeed I did. That was a pretty serious mistake, you know.
置いていくなんて言い出さなければよかったもの。
Just saying you intended to leave it behind. Ace laughed, a short, derisive snort, and gave Junpei a sickeningly pitying look.
さて、時間がない。そろそろ私は失礼させてもらうことにするよ。
Well, there isn't much time left. I'll be off then. Yeah, I mean, he can get through the 9 door as he is now.
どこに行くつもりですか？
Where are you going?
決まってるだろう。わからないのかい。
Do I really need to explain? I'd assumed it would be obvious.
私は9番のバングルを持っている。そして今、ヤシロの体を手に入れた。
I have the number 9 bracelet, and now I have Lotus.
確か礼拝堂みたいな場所に9の扉があったとかなんとかって言ってたな。
Wasn't there a door with a 9 on it in the room that looked like a church?
そこに向かうつもりか。
That's where you're going, isn't it?
ああ、よく知ってるな。
And how do you know that?
さっき四つ葉を捜索してる時に聞いたんだよ。
Santa told me about it while we were looking for Clover.
なるほどね。
I see. So Santa
まあ、とにかくそう
knows
いう
about
わけ
it.
だから。君たちとはここでお別れだ。
Well, you are correct. That is my destination. But now I must say goodbye to all
あ
of
っ
you.
と、さっき言ったこと忘れるなよ。
And please don't forget my
少
warning.
しでも動けば、私は迷わず引き金を引く。
Move and I'll pull the trigger. I don't need her alive to open the door, you know. Yes, unfortunately, that is true. As he spoke, Ace began backing toward the door, practically dragging Lotus behind him.
このままじゃ逃げられるぞ。
He's getting away.
だが、奴は本気だ。
But we can't risk it. Junpei, Santa, June, and Seven stood, frozen. Ace had the face of a man gone mad. You mean a man who's cracked. They had no doubt he would pull the trigger. Ace had reached the exit.
さあ、ヤシロ。私に代わって扉を開けてもらおうか。
Now, Lotus, open the door for me, if you would. He forced Lotus to open it, then turned and addressed them once more.
それじゃあな。
Goodbye. Then he stepped through the door. It fell shut. In the blink of an eye, they were gone. Darn it. As soon as Ace and Lotus were gone, Junpei and the others leapt for the door in pursuit of Ace. But as Junpei laid his hand on the doorknob, there was a noise behind him. Did June just like pass out from her sickness or whatever? He looked over his shoulder. Oh no. June was kneeling on the floor, breathing heavily.
おい、どうしたんだ、紫。
Hey,
しっかりし
June,
ろ。
what happened? Are you alright? Santa ran to June and wrapped his arm around her before she could collapse all the way.
すごい熱じゃないか。大丈夫か。
Jesus, you're burning up. Your fever's back. Are you okay? June's fever had returned, again, for no apparent reason. Her eyes were watery and her eyelids drooped. Her breath came in dry, shallow gasps.
大丈夫です。私なら。
Well, I don't know if I'm really buying that. I'm okay. Really, I'm fine.
それよりも、ヤシロさんを。
You should be worrying about Lotus. She was breathing hard now, and she could barely summon the strength to talk.
でも、
But Junpei was torn. He couldn't leave June alone in the state she was in. But every moment they waited, Ace was farther away, Lotus's life in his hands. What was Junpei supposed to do? June's eyes drifted to Junpei's. She managed to muster a weak smile.
ペイ君、私のことなら気にしないでください。
Junpei-kun, don't worry about
ちょっ
me.
と休めばきっと良くなると思います。
I just need a little rest. I'll be fine.
ほら、さっきだってその前だってそうだったでしょ。
Why does she have this fever? Don't you remember? I just needed to rest a little bit last time.
お願い、ヤシロさんを。
So please, please save Lotus.
あの一味屋のことだ。おそらく用済みになったら、ヤシロのことを。
Think about what Ace has already done, Junpei. When he's got what he needs from Lotus, you really think he's just gonna let her walk away?
くそ。
Darn it.
順平、セブン、先に行っててくれ。
You guys go on ahead.
紫が回復したらすぐに後を追う。だから。
As soon as June starts feeling better, we'll follow you. Go. But what plan are you gonna be going with? Junpei looked at June. She nodded once. She couldn't manage much more. But it was all the confirmation Junpei needed. His resolve was set.
わかった。行こう、セブン。一名の後を追うんだ。
Alright, come on, Seven, we're going after Ace.
了解だ。
Heck
サ
yeah!
タ、紫のこと、頼んだぞ。
Santa, you take good care of June. I'm trusting you. Got it. Santa nodded. Junpei turned before he had a chance to change his mind and started running toward the door. He could hear Seven's heavy footsteps behind him.
よし、それじゃあ行こう。
Let's go. Junpei and Seven exploded in the hallway, their feet pounding the metal floor as they ran. Oh man, we're running, we're chasing him down. Better watch out though. He's got a gun and a knife. We're gonna be heading to the number 9 door, I'd imagine. But the question is, what plan do we have? You're gonna get there and he's just gonna be like, don't move or I'm gonna shoot Lotus. Right? Like, there's not... What more is there to do? Right? That's what I'm trying to think of. Junpei and Seven had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their lungs struggled to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room.
一味屋とヤシロは
Where are they?
見当たらないな。
I don't see them.
先に進んじまったのか。
You think they already went through? He reached up to wipe a palm full of sweat from his brow. Maybe. Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on his way to the larger of the number 9 doors.
レッドを確認するぞ。
Let's check the red. It says it's vacant. Huh. The display panel read vacant. Granted, that's only like a minute and a half, right? So they could have gone through it, and if over a minute and a half has passed, it would still say vacant. He spun around and headed toward the smaller door. This red would tell him if Ace and Lotus had moved to another room. It says it's engaged.
室中。
Engaged. It's
つま
occupied.
り一宮とヤシロはこっちの扉から入ってったってことかい。
That means Ace and Lotus went through here. Yeah, it seems like it. Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk. 7 plus 5 is 12 plus June. Yikes. What do we do now?
どうするも何も。
Yeah, what should we do? The other option is... Is there another option? He could potentially get Clover's bracelet.
あっちのでかい方の9の扉は確かに残ってる。だが、
Well, the big door is still vacant, but
二人じゃどうにもならねえしな。
the two of us can't do anything with it.
そうだ。第一、俺たちの数字コンは9じゃないし。
Yeah, not even counting how our digital route isn't 9. Just then, as they were pondering what to do next, Snake? Snake? Please tell me that's Snake. There was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden
なん
panel.
だ
What's that sound? Are we gonna finally figure out what's underneath the coffin? The first ending to torment us in this game? Are we finally gonna get our answer? Junpei looked up, surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room looking for the source of the sound. It's coming from over there. It wasn't long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it.
棺
The coffin.
だな。
Yeah.
開けてみよ
Let's open it.
どうやって
How?
う。力ずくで
By force.
無理だろ、どう考えても。
I don't think that's gonna happen.
試してみなきゃわからないだろ。
Well, you never know until you try,
成
right?
功の唯一の条件は99の失敗に対して恐れぬ勇気を持つことだ。
Whoa. That's a good line. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000
誰
failures.
の言葉だよ。
Who said that?
忘れた。
I forget. Love it.
いいから
Good
とに
line,
か
though.
く試してみようぜ。
Anyway, we've got to try. Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed hold of what purchase they could find and pulled. Unsurprisingly. Darn it.
ほらな、やっぱりダメだろ。
See? Didn't I tell you?
そう簡単に開くんだったら、こんなもんついてるわけがねえんだよ。
If you could just pull it open, why would it have something like that? Also, why in the world would Snake potentially end up in here? Or is this all ice, Alice, you know? Seven pointed at a keypad on the side of the
ここ
coffin.
に番号を入力しないと開かない。そういうことか。
Right, so unless I put in the right passcode, it's not gonna open. Is it maybe the 8 numbers? The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, as it continued, it had only gotten louder and more forceful. What were they supposed to do, Junpei wondered.
何か手がかりになるようなものはないのか。
Was there some sort of clue somewhere? Oh god. It's gonna be this ending again. They stood there for a few moments, staring at the coffin, and then Seven spoke.
なあ、順平。
Hey, Junpei.
お前、一等船室のバスルームの前で
Yes, I was thinking it might be
妙
those
な数字を
numbers.
つぶやいてたよな。
I remember you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first
あ
class
れって
cabin.
四つ葉が持ってた暗号文を解いたもんだろ。
You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right?
真実は去り、とかなんとかっていう。
Truth had gone, or something like that.
ああ、そうだが。それが
Yeah, that's right. What about it?
もしかしたらその数字が、この装置の暗証番号になってるんじゃねえか。
Well, maybe that number's the passcode for this thing
い
too.
やセブン、それはありえないよ。
Come on, that's
あの数
impossible.
字はクローゼットの中にあった金庫を解錠するためのものだったんだ。
Those numbers were the code to unlock that safe. Why does that mean it's
だ
impossible,
が
though?
あの金庫も、この棺も、用意したのは同じ人物。ゼロだろ。
Yeah, but the person who set up that safe in this coffin is the same person, right? Zero set up both of these.
ああ、おそらくな。
Yeah,
だ
probably.
ったら、同じ暗証番号を設定してるかもしれねえじゃねえか。
Well, then they might have set the same passcode for both of them.
そんなバカな。
That's ridiculous.
念のため、試してみたらどうだ。
Why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not like you'll make things any worse.
無駄だよ。同じなわけない。
Seriously, Junpei, why are you so averse to trying it? It'd just be a waste of time. There's no way they're the same number.
なんで言い切れんだよ。やってみなきゃわかんねえだろ。
I was gonna say, you literally were just telling 7 you don't know until you try. How do you know that? You never know until you
成
try.
功の唯一の条件は99の失敗に対して恐れぬ勇気を持つことだ。
The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures. Something worth noting is the Japanese says more like courage, which I think is a little bit more
誰の
fitting.
言葉だ。
Who said that?
お前の言葉だよ。
You. Love it.
分かったよ。
Fine. He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps because he'd repeated them so many times before, the numbers came easily to Junpei's mind. 1, 4, 3, 8, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Quickly, he typed them in. Oh man, guys. Oh man, are we gonna finally see what's in it? He checked that he'd entered the right numbers, took a deep breath, and pressed the E button. It only took a moment.
マジかよ。
What? You've got to be kidding me. There was a click. And with a heavy clunk, the lid of the coffin slid off onto the floor. And we're going to find out who's in the coffin in the next episode. Oh, I'm sorry for the cliffhanger. This has to be, I've recorded for so long and I have work to do and I'm getting up early tomorrow. And I don't have any more time, and I'm dying to figure out who's in this coffin. Know that I will be struggling with you guys. Because, oh man, this story is getting so good. It's so intense. I'm absolutely loving it. I hope you guys are too. Sorry for the cliffhanger. Sorry for, I don't know, all the curiosity, all these things, but I hope you're having a good time. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can hardly contain myself. I have to stop now before I keep going for the next couple hours and put off all of the work I have to do and start cutting more into my sleep than I already am. So, oh man. Yeah, this has to be the stopping point. I'll see you guys next episode. But until then, this is Moon Knight Zero, and this mission is complete.